This is Optic Hobby. Pick your team number 6. We are in a serial filler for the unsold teams: Panthers, Bengals, Browns, Colts, Jaguars, Saints, Steelers, and Seahawks. Just a heads up, guys. If it is a base card, we use the last digit of the card set number behind. If it is something like a downtown or something where there's no numbers behind the card, it will end up being random to everybody in the serial. Same goes for redemptions. Redemptions, we random to the number of the what it's supposed to be serial to. Dice roll is ace, deuce, or higher. We're going 5 times, guys. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any one-of-one redemptions would go to Cam Peterson. Ozzy in the 2, Ozzy Ryan in the 3, Mango in the 4, CH5, Mango in the 6, Ozzy in the 7, Nodak in the 8, Swish in the 9, Ludosa, you have the 0 cereal. It was not a marketing ploy, believe it or not. It talked about how customers had a bad experience because they got charged, 80 cents for an additional pickle. So it talks about the moral of the story is, give them the pickle. Give them that little extra. Obviously without stealing or something like that, but that was the moral of the story. A 60 cent or an 80 cent pickle, a 60 or 80 cent pickle pissed off a customer. Alright, good luck, guys. You guys are going to have to remind me on who the teams are, because I'm probably going to forget. So examples of giving people the pickle, for example, like in our line of work and what we do. Yeah, give the customer something a little extra, yeah. So like sometimes, like we might have like $100 left in teams. We'll tell you to send 90. Technically, that would be giving you the pickle, technically. Or in automotive land, it's funny because they used to preach that to us in automotive. I don't know why. But I think to that degree, it's it's things like checking people's tire pressures for free instead of people charging them, because I guess I didn't realize a lot of places charge you to check tire pressures on your cars. Most people don't know you can just go to a they make don't make me laugh. They have these things called Mayo clinics. They have these things called Mayo clinics. Oh, Ludosa, you feisty today, Ludosa. I've never seen you this feisty. There's these things called Mayo clinics. Lots of natural remedies or Kegel exercises, I heard, helps. Good luck. Macmillan Blue. Love the true blues. Donald on the retro throwback. There's Verse on the hollow. Orange. Not the right QB. Jaheim Bell on the flex. Patriots. Here's our auto. The 75, Ray Davis. What is the 75? Red auto. Wow. Nobody really knows where to sign on these cards, huh? Buffalo, Wiley. Worthy for the Chiefs on the Aqua. No, we didn't do any basketball today. Golf. I've never seen a place ever check my oil for free. Then again, I've never ever in my life went to a full service gas station. Because that was kind of already being phased out, you know. Alright, and then for you cereal guys, for some of the base cards, in case I didn't show you, they use the last digit of the card set number. So if the Colts was there, it'd be a 3. If Donald was there on the Rams, it'd be a 0. Lasseter would be a 1. Chop would be a 9, etc., etc. Not one card breaks though. But I'll be over here cheering you guys on tomorrow morning. So you guys can hang out with me for 2 hours, and then you guys can all go to Backer and Mrs. Hammer. Otten on the blue. Oh, I thought that might have been a downtown right there. True blue of Hayden Hurst, the former Panther, for the Chargers. Leary on the orange for Dipset. Jeremiah Trotter for the Eagles. Bass. Big velocity. And Zeke Elliott on the flex. This box was kind of ugly. Jonathan Brooks. That's a cereal for the 8 cereal spot. But there was nothing really happening there. We were talking about that. We were talking about that yesterday. CTP. Somebody came in and asked if we were doing light one briefcase breaks, and I was like, no, we can do one card break, one random card break. They said it's a $15,000 case or whatever, so I was like, oh, okay. So if we do one card for $1,500, we can do random teams for one card, $50 each. Yeah, that was probably our ugliest box of this case so far. Yep, I'll put up 7, and then I'm gonna also show the Phoenix Hobby number 10. That is the break, guys.